Good morning, y'all. Jean and Tracy here with Just to Get Farms.
Today is going to be a spa day at Spa Moksha for the goats. We're going to do pedicures, manicures, goat cures. It's going to be a blast. Y'all come along with us.
And Clyde.
Oh yes, and Clyde. I got to brush him, give him a good haircut. And I'm going over to the bees to see how much honey they're making, and then hopefully not get stung. And Tracy is going to
work in the garden. So join us today for a fun day on the farm.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard time, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets sing. Side by side and think, no limit to what we can do. We know what we have, let's hold on tight.
There you go, girl.
Find what we're looking for in
There you go.
Call us crazy, but things are finally right. You and I, the future is bright.
the bees. Today I'm going to check to see how much honey the bees are making, what kind of progress. Since we just did the last honey harvest, we put supers on here. We're going to see how much they're loading them up. Y'all come along with me. Hey little bees, hey little bees, my little honey lovers. We're still good. They're making honey, but they still got a ways to go. Hopefully there's a good honey flow coming soon. Some hives are stronger than the others, so where this one's not really prolifically making a lot of honey right now, they are, but not as much as maybe this one, so we're going to see. Lucy, I'm home. Wow, this one's got some honey. Let's check it out. This one needs a super.
I had two beds that I planted with spring cool season vegetables like collards, broccoli, cabbages, kohlrabi, cauliflower. This bed and that bed back there. It is the first week of June here in central Alabama and it is already hot. It's going to be in the 90s today. And those cool season vegetables does not do well in our heat. First of all, the bugs get to them really bad and they bolt, they go to flower and go to seed, and they get bitter. So Jean's mom and dad and I have been harvesting all of the cool season vegetables this week and putting those up. We made sauerkraut with the cabbage, and Jean's mom made corned beef and cabbage. It was really, really good. And the broccoli, we put it all up, we blanched it and put it all up in the freezer.
Taking the cabbage and cleaning the outside leaves, making sure we don't have any bugs or worms or anything on our cabbage or spots. Then I cut them in half and cut them in half again. Put them in a sink full of warm water with vinegar and salt that I poured over the top of them. And that washes them out real good. And everything, and then I take them out and set them over here and let them drain. And then we'll put them in the processor and shred them. And then we'll stuff them in jars, put a teaspoon of salt per quart, and hot boiling water over them, and seal them and put them in a cool, dark place for 14 days, and they will ferment and stuff will run out the side. You wipe them off, and they're good for a good while. It's wonderful sauerkraut. Another. This is salt. It's that pink
Redmond's
pink
real
sea
salt.
That's the real stuff. Makes it even more healthier.
It's full of
Yes.
minerals.
Alexa, what good is cabbage?
Here is an answer from an Alexa Answers contributor that I translated. Cabbage has numerous beneficial properties because it is rich in iron, fiber, fatty acids, vitamin A and C, calcium. It also appears to be anti-inflammatory, anti-free radical, detoxifying, and even has anti-tumor properties.
Now we're going to put the boiling hot water in the jars. Oh, look how beautiful. Okay, we're going to take that out of the hot water, get the water off of it, put it on the jar, tighten it up, just not real tight, just so you
Hand
know
tight.
it's sealed. Then you put it in a cool, dark place. Tracy said she's got a spot over here all fixed. Isn't that beautiful?
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be good.
Now it might turn a little dark, but it'll be fine.
In the pantry there. Just put it where that garlic is up there. After we got all of our jars of cabbage prepared, then we store them in a cool, dark pantry or cabinet for 14 to 21 days and let them ferment. As they ferment, the juice is going to bubble up out of the jar over the lid, so you want to make sure that you put your jars in a pan or something that's going to catch all of that juice. After the cabbage has fermented and become sauerkraut after the 14 or 21 days, then you just wipe them off and you can store them in your refrigerator, or Jean's mom just stores hers in her pantry. And they last for a really long time because sauerkraut is shelf stable. There's many different ways and methods to make sauerkraut. Jean's mom was taught this way by his Aunt Bert many, many years ago, and she has been making sauerkraut this way for a long time, and it is delicious.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
19 quarts and 3 pints. So we've harvested everything that we can from these 2 beds of the cool season vegetables, and we put those up. And today I am ripping the rest of it out of the garden, feeding the chickens. They're loving it. They're having a buffet today. And I'm adding compost to these rows, and I'm replanting these rows. We also harvested the carrots out of the raised beds and the beets, and we got a beautiful carrot harvest this year. The best I've ever grown. They are big and they're beautiful and they're still sweet. They're good. I'm really proud of those. I've got those in the refrigerator. What we did is Jean's mom snapped the green tops off of all of them and we put them in Ziploc bags and we've got them in the refrigerator. I have read that they'll store really well like that for a long time. So I've did that, and then this coming up week, I'm going to make some fermented carrot sticks, and I'm going to take the kohlrabi and make fermented kohlrabi. I haven't done it yet. That's on my list for this next week. In my little half circle here, rows, I'm gonna plant these zinnias. I've got queen lime red, and I'm gonna mix it up with the queen lime. And I don't have a lot of these, so I'm gonna use the lime red queenie. I think they're probably the same one, so we'll see. I love planting flowers and herbs at the end of every one of my potager garden beds. And then in the center, I plant my vegetables. And this brings so many beneficial insects and pollinators to the garden. And I have never had a problem with my cucumbers or my squash not getting pollinated and actually producing fruit. We always have plenty of pollinators in my garden. So in this bed, I still have my cucumbers, borage, which is an excellent companion plant with your cucumbers. And these are my contender bush beans. I did have onions right here, and I pulled those out quite a few weeks ago now and re-sowed that little spot with the contender bush beans. I feel like it's a little late to sow any more contender bush beans because when it gets super hot, the flowers just fall off and never produce a bean. So I'm not going to sow any more of those right now. I'm going to take these spots where I just pulled up the collards and chard and broccolis, and I'm going to plant some sunflowers. I'm also going to put a few seeds in these rows where the beans are, just kind of beside it, because these will be producing really quick, and then we'll be harvesting those and pulling those out, and then these rows will be empty and these sunflowers will be up, and it'll just not be, you know, in balance with each other. So I'm going to go ahead and sow a few sunflowers along the side of these beans so that this bed will be full of sunflowers.
So we got some good news and some bad news.
Okay,
Which one you want to hear first?
the bad.
Look how hot it is. I'm sweating.
Oh, it's hot.
So about half the hives are doing good, pouring the honey on. The other ones are slow coming on. But you know the deep box that was falling over? I went ahead and transferred all that into a new box.
Wow.
That queen is looking like she's getting sporadic with her laying.
Yeah.
So she's probably, won't be long, we need to get another queen in there.
Maybe they'll make another queen themselves.
Yeah. And then one box is loaded with beetle hives. So, I mean, I ain't never seen that many in a...
They'll slime the honey.
Yeah, there's probably 50 or 60 on top of that one when I pop the cap. So
That's
I gotta,
not good.
we gotta get some of those little oil traps.
Yeah.
So I'll go buy jeans and get some.
Okay.
But other than that, we're good. And I transferred that box over and threw that old box away.
Did you get to add any more supers? Or are they
One.
One?
Super. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Just got to get those hive beetles under control before they ruin our honey.
But I seen a bee or two that had loaded with pollen carrying it in, so.
Yeah. Okay. And you ready to go do the goats now?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and feed the rabbits and the chickens.
I want to finish this up and then I'll go get their medicine ready.
All right.
I'm gonna do ice cream sunflower and chocolate cherry. And I'm probably gonna have room for another variety. But I think those are gonna be a beautiful combination. I've got a lot more room to add sunflowers in this bed to really mix it up and make it pretty. This is my Cog Hill sunflower collection, and I sowed most of these over in the new market garden area, and oh my goodness, y'all, they are absolutely beautiful, so pretty. But I've got a few left in here, so I'm just going to add these to this bed and really make it pretty. I've got some chocolate cherry, so I'll add those. I've got the Pro Cut Lemon. I've got the Pro Cut White. And I've got the Pro Cut White Night. So I'm gonna add these to this bed as well. That's gonna be so pretty. Such a beautiful mix of color.
Here we go, honey. You gonna give me a tip? Give me a tip, Era.
You feel better, buddy?
Go tell your other ones that their appointment's ready.
You're handsome.
Tell them their appointment's ready, Era.
Who's next? Come on, Annabelle. Come on, girl.
Here comes the masses. Beauty shop time.
It's beauty shop day. Come on. We're giving them their CD and T shots today, which is a shot to help prevent coccidia and tetanus. Goats will eat too much food and they can get bloat. This shot will help them to keep from that happening. And they don't like it.
Push your butt that way.
Good job.
Girl.
Good job, old girl. Good job, old girl.
And we do not reuse these needles. And we use alcohol to clean it before we do it.
Yep. We do everything we can to take care of our babies.
Now we're gonna put some Ultra Boss on their back. This helps with fleas, ticks, lice, parasites, you name it.
Mites. Oh.
It's kind of like a drench. You just put a little on them and rub it in. And they're good to go. Them horse flies are bad on them this time of year.
up with those, you think?
I don't know.
Okay, Pix, you're done. Who's next? You're done, girl. We put this kitty swimming pool in Clyde's pasture for him and thought maybe he might get in it and cool off. But Clyde really don't like to get in water. He don't like to get wet. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that out of his pasture because it just gets super hot water in it too quick and it's just, he don't use it.
I would put it right here in the shade.
Knock my head off. I don't think the hose pipe's going to reach. Hose pipe won't reach.
Oh, I fell in that hole. So what we're doing is we're cleaning up these old frames where we had some wax moth damage this past year. And be careful, it'll splash on you. We boiled some water with the old fish cooker. Now it's a beef cooker, wax cooker. But we just cleaned them up. And I need a bigger pot because I have to double dip. But watch how it just cleans it right off. It don't get it totally clean, but it gets it good enough where the bees can finish the rest.
It at least kills the wax moth stuff.
Yeah. So wax moths, they get in your hive if you've got a weak queen or a weak hive where they're just not really doing good. And they get in there. Actually, there's one right there crawling. The moth, see it? Right there. Come on, little moth. There it goes.
Yep.
There it is right there.
Yep.
But so we're killing them before we store them because we don't want them to get it back in our bees. We want to kill them before they put any more larvae. They lay eggs and it ruins your bees, your honey.
Hey, Pop.
Hello.
Your garden looks good. Give us a little tour of your garden.
Okay. Yeah, it's coming on, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It looks great.
Starting to get some okra. And cucumbers are coming out my ears. Zucchini. Yellow scrutinex squash and my beans are starting to bloom. I'm getting blooms everywhere.
Yep.
Tomatoes is coming on. I'm getting some of these little sun gold.
Boy, it's loaded. You got some tomatoes coming.
Oh, no, I know it. Yeah. Doing good. Yeah. I'll have okra to pick tomorrow.
Yep.
Look at them cucumbers.
Oh, yeah.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
That's
And
awesome.
I planted that eggplant
Mm-hmm.
and another pepper there. Bell peppers. I picked
Oh,
some
yeah.
of them this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
They ready already?
Yeah.
How big you think this garden is?
Oh, about 12 by 30.
Yep.
something
Wow.
like that.
That's awesome. Man, look at all that squash. You're going to be picking squash tomorrow.
Yep. Y'all need some cucumbers?
I got cucumbers coming out my ears right now.
That one died there.
Yeah.
Over fertilized it. The tomatoes are coming on good, ain't they?
Uh-huh. They look really good.
We need some fried green tomatoes.
Yeah. I like a fried green tomato on my cheeseburger. That is good, good,
Yeah.
good.
This is a Halcinator. It's
Huh.
called a Halcinator.
Halcinator bell pepper.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Well, what do you think? You want to double it next year?
I'm probably gonna have to go down the bottoms and put out the big spot next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't get Mom to help me work it. She won't hold for me.
She won't.
I can,
She can.
and I cook.
There you go. Everybody's got their jobs around here. Looks good.
Yep.
Thanks for the tour.
Okie dokie.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See y'all later.
Thanks for coming to see us again.
The goats had a good spa day today. They got their hooves trimmed. They got their CD&T shots. Honey got another steroid shot. We're still battling some kind of skin infection with her. She's doing so much better, but we're still giving her medicine for it. And we got the goat barn cleaned out, and we gave Clyde a little bit of a spa day too. And we are worn out. It is 90 degrees out here today, and we're exhausted. But I am thankful that I was able to get 2 of the potager garden beds harvested this week and cleaned out and re-sowed with something else. So this bed here had broccoli, cabbages, cauliflower, all of those things, cool season things in this bed. We harvested those, and I just replanted some zipper peas here. We have zipper peas planted in our garden below the hill, but I'm not so sure that we're gonna actually get zipper peas because the deer are getting them. I really wanna harvest a zipper peas this year, so I went ahead and planted this whole bed in zipper peas. And then right over here is the bed that we've been working on together this morning. And I got it done. So we sowed some sunflowers here and some zinnias here. The only thing left to do in these beds is to put down another layer of hay on the pathway areas. And we were planning to do that this afternoon, but we're just too exhausted. So we're gonna go inside and eat dinner and rest a little bit. And then we're going to be going to my mom's house to help her in her little garden in her backyard. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us this week. God bless you, and I'll see you all in the next video.